Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. This is Jarvis MC in the Vocal Laboratory. And in this place, we're here to help you fix issues in your vocal performances. We got pills, we got drugs, we got therapy of different kinds that we will use to help you improve on your vocal performances. And this particular pill is called Overcoming Vocal Fatigue in 3 Days. And today I want to teach you about vocal fatigue. This is a condition whereby as you sing, your voice quickly or gradually becomes exhausted and starts to lose quality while you perform. This can arise from over-engaging or deficiency of a musical engagement. And before I go any further, I want to give you signs and symptoms of vocal fatigue so that you can understand what I'm talking about and how you can relate it to your voice. The first sign of vocal fatigue is pain in the throat. Like any other muscle in the body, the vocal cord can get fatigued when you don't expose it to enough exercises. Now, don't only engage yourself in a musical exercise when you are on the performance cue or planning a studio recording, but make it a lifestyle for yourself. Another sign and symptom of vocal fatigue is difficulty to breathe. When your voice experiences fatigue, your breathing pattern loses rhythm and you start to breathe as if you are jogging. Proper breathing in singing is characterized by inhaling at the beginning of phrases or measures. When inhaling happens in the middle of a phrase or measure, it causes an unmusical sound. For example, avoid sounding like this.
Wanna get back home, take me now with you.
But keeping your breath consistent, you do it like this.
I wanna get back home, take me now with you.
Avoid disconnecting the consistent flow of your message when you sound this way. Thirdly, discouragement is another sign and symptom of vocal fatigue. Of course, when the voice gets fatigued and loses taste, you begin the blame game, such as the song is difficult or impossible, leading to discouragement. Fourthly, sweating too early is another sign and symptom of vocal fatigue. It's okay to sweat while singing, but sweating at an early stage of your performance, say shortly after the introduction, is musically abnormal. Singing is so engaging and requires a lot of energy, and sweating is a sign of exhaustion but should not come that early. Fifthly, dizziness is another sign and symptom of vocal fatigue. The fatigue around the vocal cord can cause stress and tension, which may lead to drowsiness. And the moment you feel a trace of that, I advise you to stop singing, even if it's a very important performance, because this is a very sensitive matter of your health. When you reach this point, relax and allow the body to focus on easing the pain. Number 6, inefficiency is another sign and symptom of vocal fatigue. Vocal fatigue causes you to go off tune as the muscles of your vocal cord cannot effectively stretch to produce the correct musical notes. And instead of sounding like this,
This is the time that we should make it happen.
when you have vocal fatigue, you are likely to sound like this.
This is the time that we should make it happen.
Furthermore, you may find yourself offbeat because you won't be able to concentratively keep the correct patterns in the song's rhythm. Thank you. Now let's talk about some of the causes of vocal fatigue. First of all, difficult songs. When a song stretches you too much due to its difficulty, your voice becomes fatigued and inefficient. This is because you have engaged yourself in a workload that your voice is not accustomed to. Secondly, poor quality band sound equipment. If you are used to singing with good quality equipment, for example, the microphones are good, the speakers are good, with a professional sound engineer, exposing your voice to poor sound equipment or a sound technician who lacks proficiency can cause you to extremely stretch your voice in order to achieve a satisfactory volume and quality. This may end up in stress in your voice, which may end up causing vocal fatigue. Thirdly, inadequate practice causes vocal fatigue. Your voice will become fatigued if you shock it by engaging in a performance without practice. Now, allow every fatigue to be eliminated during your practice moments, for practice makes perfect. How you'll perform in the studio or on the stage must be determined by how much you practiced. Fourthly, unstable health can lead to vocal fatigue. Your voice might be experiencing vocal fatigue because of a health issue. For example, colds, coughs, fevers have much to do with limitations in your respiratory system. For such a case, I advise that you resume singing after your recovery. Otherwise, if the illness has no direct impact on your respiratory system, you may engage yourself in singing activities that require much less energy. Fifthly, another cause of vocal fatigue is fear and tension. Fear and tension can result from lack of confidence, and this may cause vocal fatigue during or after your performance. Thank you for watching and listening. Let's proceed to another title: The Outcomes of Vocal Fatigue. These are some of the things that are most likely to occur after you have experienced vocal fatigue. Number 1, loss of the singing voice. If your vocal fatigue is recurrent and unattended, you might lose your singing voice indefinitely. Such a case is with singers who are also prayer warriors in Pentecostal churches, or singers who frequently engage in crusades and outdoor events. Secondly, after experiencing vocal fatigue, you begin to produce poor quality performance. If your voice becomes distorted due to fatigue, it can degrade the quality of your performance. Your voice is at its best when it's projected with powerful notes. Avoiding vocal fatigue will keep the quality of your performance optimal throughout the song's presentation. Thirdly, vocal fatigue may lead to fainting. In this case, your brain might focus on the fatigued area, raising tension, which may lead to fainting. This can be coupled with fear, anxiety, and nervousness. Fourthly, anger and embarrassment may result if you are experiencing vocal fatigue. Sometimes in situations of competition, when you perform poorly as a result of vocal fatigue, you might become embarrassed and angry because of feeling defeated. Avoid this situation, because if it recurs in a short run, you might just realize that you quit. Thank you for watching and listening. Now let's talk about the next thing. What are the remedies to vocal fatigue? These are some of the activities that you should constantly engage in order to prevent vocal fatigue. Number 1, repetition of difficult points. Find the most difficult point for you in a given song and concentrate on that for a lengthy period of time. This may include prolonged notes at the end of phrases like this. Got me so You may also find complex note progressions and concentrate on that, and generally practicing on complex notes with difficult lyrics. This will help you from vocal fatigue, thus positioning you to sing simple songs easily with enough room to express your creativity. Thirdly, emulating complex sound forms helps your voice to stretch out beyond the normal, thus pushing you further from the chances of being exhausted. For example, emulating the sound of goats, emulating the sound of birds, and sounds of automotive engines, and also nature sounds, the winds, the rains. The fourth remedy for vocal fatigue is resting. After frequent engagements, create time to ease your voice from the rigor. Resting may last up to 3 months while having proper diet. This allows the vocal cord to realign its muscles for proper tone projections in your next musical engagement. Another remedy is for you to build your confidence. Make sure that you acquire enough music knowledge and have done enough practice prior to the performance. And always believe that your first audience is you. And cheer yourself up as you perform. Know that you are one and the best of your kind, and no one has ever and can ever replace you. And lastly, seek to use high quality musical sound equipment and qualified sound engineers. This will help you to only focus on the quality of your notes and voice instead of struggling to be heard. Get professional musicians on your musical instruments and a professional sound engineer behind your sound equipment. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. And if this has been helpful to you, subscribe to my YouTube channel or throw a comment, a like, or a dislike. See you next time in the Vocalist Lab, where I'll be talking about breath control techniques, a lesson that will help you control your breath for proper tone projections. Jarvis MC.